Good morning, guys. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil, what 90 days can do, and MLS. Good morning. It is Friday. It's beautiful out here. It is like a cloudy, dull, gray day, but it's 47 degrees. So I'm loving it. I don't like being cold, so that's why I say it's lovely. I don't have to have a hat on today. I feel really good. It's just a good morning, good start, positive attitude, out for a new day, trying to encourage and keep people up. So I'm driving in, looking at all these trees and stuff, and looking at the debris and leaves still out here from the fall, and looking around me and seeing changes. Now, a few properties that I had my eye on in the past that I was too slow for, didn't have capital at the time to get, that somebody got before me. Good looking deals. I'm seeing them start taking activity, and it's surprising. But maybe there was a logic to it, or there was something else behind it. I don't know, because I watched this property for quite some time, and the property was, they had it listed. Now, I was looking in my area for quite some time. Every day I was really actively looking for properties in my Bergen County and surrounding home areas. I wanted something very close so I could walk to the property in the worst case scenario. um, so this house up the block from me came on the market. It had a great price. And I was like, yes, I want to see that house. And as soon as I told my agent I wanted to see the house, they were like, oh, it's under contract. I'm like, how is it under contract? Then when I looked, it says listed 41 days. Impossible. Impossible. So somebody pocket listed that property. All right, I get it. It happens. And, I just move on. So I watched it and watched it and watched it. One day I saw a dumpster out there. They emptied out the house, or part of the house, or whatever they did. There was a lot of bush, like weeds, trees, growth, ivy, all of that around the surrounding of the outside of the property. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to do anything with that. It looks like what they did was power wash the bottom part of the house, and I guess to see if it was going to be able to restore the siding, or just as a test to determine whether they would either remove it, replace it, or paint it, or whatever they would do when they did. But then they walked away and never did anything. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, what's wrong with the property? Did something happen? Are they waiting for permits? Like, I'm just being nosy, basically. Just curious, because I'd like to see if somebody bought the property as an investment. Were they doing something, and was it something that affected their whole time if they were going to flip it? So then I started thinking, well, maybe somebody bought it to purchase it to keep, to buy and hold. Okay, either way. It got cold outside. This was in the summer when I was checking this out. Another property I was looking at, and it looked like a fire damaged it. But I was looking at this since the summer, and now it's winter, and it got cold. So now they removed all the weeds and debris, which of course makes sense, because everything is dead and kind of not grown out, and you could walk in and see what you're doing and see what you're cutting, because in most of those properties, they have a lot of rocks, like they're on like a hill, so it could be rocks under the debris. You don't want to damage equipment doing landscaping or clearing debris. So I get it. That was pretty smart, I guess. But I don't see anything else going on at that property, so I'm so curious. I'm like, are they gonna flip it, or did somebody buy it for their personal use? And I look at stuff like that, and I'm watching. And now I look at this house that I be passing, and I was looking at it since last winter, and I saw that there was an open window on the property in the back of the house, and I was like, wow, it looks like fire damage. And it was like that for quite some time, and now I see work. They're doing construction on that house. I never inquired about that property because of the location. I already knew, even if it was a fire damaged property, there was two things, and I should never assume, but Based on the property, how it looked and where it was located, it was one of two things. Either it was a fire and the people that was in the home are going to restore and fix it. They were waiting for insurance money to repair their home. Or it had to be inspected and they had to get a certificate of occupancy to be able to go back into the property and then start doing repairs. So I was like, that's somebody's home. I'm not going to try to headhunt and go out there. The second is that I knew it was going to be out of my budget, to even attempt to go for that property because of the location and the property rate, all the comps in the area, just it was up in the high threes going into close to fives in some of that area. So I know that whatever was going to happen there wasn't going to be with me. So listen, now I see construction and I'm curious. I should probably one day just stop there and say, hey, did you own the house? I mean, what happened with the house? Was it on fire? Are you working in the house to move in, or are you the previous owner, or just to get some information, because I'm curious about stuff like that, and I didn't want to start digging into information, looking at the property, looking at the owners, reaching out to the owners, because that could be like a tragic experience for somebody to have a fire and lose stuff and possibly have lost a lot and everything, and then somebody call and they ask about their house. That's like add insult to injury. So I'm not that one of trying to push anybody, to feeling bad or hurt when they're already hurt. So that's just not me. So anyway, I'm liking seeing all these changes and stuff going on around me, and I know it's still room for growth for me and room for growth in my community. So there are properties that will be up in the future, and then I'll be better prepared. I'm learning lessons, watching stuff, still going on Fortune Builders Masteries, taking my lessons, reading the Fortune Builders Facebook page, where I get a wealth of information and see a lot of work that other teammates are doing, and it's inspirational, and it looks really good. Have I been contacting new contractors and building my team? No, I have not. Something I need to start doing again, because I really want to get a flip under my belt in 2020. It's a goal. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to nurture it and then see what happens with that. 2020, oh God. My resolution is to build up my income. I would like to open another whole life policy. I say tripling my MEC limit. I would like to improve on my capacity to learn and retain information. I like to improve on being able to communicate with people in a way that they understand and receive, the message that I'm trying to give. Build new teams, meet new people, expand, my lifestyle. I just want to do things that in the past I wasn't able to do. Like, hey, I do get a lot of vacation time. Actually, I accrue a month of vacation time every year, and I want to take a nice cruise. Yeah, I've taken a cruise before, but I want to take a nice long cruise, go somewhere exotic that I've never been already, and experience some beautiful tropical island oases. Now, I'm not into caves or stuff like that, but I think they're beautiful. Another trip that I'm looking forward to and that I've never done is the Grand Canyon. I was talking to my son the other day because we were driving to PA, and I was looking at the Delaware Water Gap in that mountain. The face of that mountain is so beautiful. And I was like, God makes some incredible stuff. And then I was like, I would really love to see the Grand Canyon. It's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, right? But water carved those canyons, and I'm Aquarius, I'm the water barrier, so I'm just saying, it's just really amazing though. It's something that I want to see. I really want to go there. So I'm gonna start building a bucket list. Not saying that I'm going anywhere, but my bucket list is gonna coincide with my goal list. And everything that I do as a goal or as a bucket list item is going to be, documented, because it's good to journal. It's good to keep track of what you accomplished when you set your mind to it, so that you know when you want something and you put your mind to it and you believe in it and you go for it, you can achieve it and it's attainable. That is the purpose of having goals. That is the purpose of writing your goals down. That is the purpose of keeping track of your progress and working towards getting what you want every day. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on the possibilities. Do not let, naysayers and other people's attitudes towards you or what you're promoting or what your beliefs are stop you from getting what you want, because eventually it will come to you. God is good, and it just works that way. It's like you speak it into existence, and I am truly believing that wonderful things are going to happen in 2020, and I stay positive. I keep hope alive. I don't give up. I'm not going to change my outlook on life because some people have no outlook on life, or they just are not in tune with the fact that the universe vibrates off of our emotions. We have to have an energy, a vibration that comes from us, and that it resonates to people. And when you can do that, and when you can just be you, and love yourself and love others and care about people generally, that's important. I just wonder, how long it's gonna take to grow into the person that, in my mind, I believe I am, but I want to see it. It's like I need proof for myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, but some people may get it because they know how they feel about life, and they know how they feel about people, and they know how they feel about things. But exhibiting it sometimes is a difficult thing to do. We're in shells, we feel inadequacies. We don't always feel comfortable. We don't get outside of the box, and sometimes we can't get outside of our comfort zones to show, what we're really feeling inside. How people are, how people perceive us is only about what we show. So if we're not showing our true us, or how we feel, or how we think, or being an activist, that means not only fighting for rights and equality, it means acting out on what you believe in, whether that's work, equity, money, finances, dependencies, illnesses, whatever it is. Be an activist. Act, because without action is nothing is done. You can want all you want, but without taking action, nothing will change. So with that being said, I'm going to let you go, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. This weather is absolutely awesome. I'm loving it, and just have a great day, guys. Bye bye.